I wanted to hop on here to talk about the conservative movement right now because it's in complete shambles. And it feels like ever since Charlie Kirk died, the party's been more separated than ever. It feels like conservatism is dead. Um, I don't know if that's really true, but it feels like it. You know, it feels like over the past, I don't know, 10 years, we were the party that was all about, hey, like we may have different opinions, but as long as you oppose the other side, like we can come over here and have a conversation. Former Democrats were joining the Republican Party at like a record pace. Um, what was it called? The Why I Left the Left movement. Brendan Straka was a big contributor to that. Um, and it just feels like we're not even close to that anymore. It feels like the reason why we're so separated is because of the whole Jews and Israel's conversation. And it all started when Charlie Kirk died, when he was assassinated. There was one creator in general, in specific actually, who kept on pushing this. Oh, it's probably the Jews. It's probably the Jews. You know, um, and what she did was that she highlighted people like, Nick Fuentes. Um, but there were conversations that Charlie was having about a specific Jewish donor who decided to pull their backing because they wanted to bring Tucker on. They had Candace on, and Charlie wanted to bring Tucker on. And so Charlie said something to the effect of, I'm going to have to, stop supporting Israel so much if this is the case. We're a party of free speech. We're a party of talking to everybody. And that's what we're known for. That's what our strength has been recently. And now all of a sudden, we are excommunicating each other from the party left and right. Oh, you can't talk to that person. You can't talk to this person. Well, you can't trust that person because they wear a yarmulke. Or you can't talk to that person because they want to condemn all the Jews, which may or may not be true. I mean, I think that there's a big difference between hating all Jews and saying, oh, I don't support Israel. That's two totally different things. You can not like the government of a country and still support the people that are there, especially if it's in a biblical nature. Why can't you do that? I think it's perfectly reasonable to have questions about a government organization versus a group of people. And you can't judge somebody also because they belong to a certain religion or a certain nation. That's racism. We don't do that. So why are we doing it now? Why are we making an exception for it now? But we're also just demonizing people that have questions about things. And I don't understand it. I don't know why we're trying to split us up. I'm sure the Democrats are looking at us right now. All the liberals and progressives are looking at the conservative movement right now. They're like, they're in shambles. They're in shambles. We probably didn't even kill Charlie Kirk. And they don't know what the hell they're doing. Who did it? I still have no idea. And I'm not going to pretend like I have an opinion on that because we don't have all the facts. And I'm not going to make an opinion on it without all the facts. That's not going to happen. I do believe he was assassinated. I believe that it was a motivated killing. I don't know who did it though. Could have been our government. Could have been a furry's boyfriend. I have no idea. People are crazy. I just had a conversation with somebody the other day actually about how he was saying about how look at all these people that do the mass shootings and the killings and these people are all crazy and they're out there and you go and you look in their medicine cabinets and I'll tell you it's full of this and that and they're so mentally unstable. And I said, well, yeah, of course, what sane person is going to commit mass murder? Not a single sane person is going to do that. If you have a reason to do it, a government could do it. Very powerful person who didn't like where Charlie was going, what Charlie Kirk was talking about, could have absolutely done it. But for us to just sit here and point fingers at each other on our own party, on our own side about this, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The conservative movement was really riding a good high for a while. It really was. Ever since Trump won the election, I felt like everything was on the rise. We couldn't lose. And then Charlie Kirk gets shot. And now all of a sudden, we're just in shambles because we're pointing fingers at each other. Nobody has each other's backs. And look, what's happened since then? A Muslim communist has taken over New York, and a guy who actually wants to see conservative children killed is now the attorney general in Virginia. What are we doing here? We've lost the plot. If we don't get our act straight, it's not going to stop. We're in big trouble. We need to turn it around now.